lifting off from the solid ground land. Silence the noise, cut out the static, moving the body, the muscle is automatic. Dead hang, feel the tension pull inside the shoulder. Heart is growing colder, weight is like a boulder. Gravity is pulling, but I'm never gonna drop. Once I start to set, ain't nobody gonna stop. Listen to the friction breaking through the cage. Turn the heavy pressure into rage. Pull it up, defy the gravity. Show them the definition of an absolute savage. Pull it up, chin over the bar. Breaking the limit, taking it too far. Dead hang. We don't fall. Sweat on the brow, veins starting to pop. Grinding to the top, taking over the shop. Iron in the blood, iron in the mind. Leaving all the weakness and the doubt behind. Every single rep is a war with the earth, 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 earth. Show me what the pain is really worth. Pull it up, defy the gravity. Show them the definition of an absolute savage. Pull it up, chin over the bar. Breaking the limit, taking it too far. Dead hang. Hold the grip, never drop. Yeah. Step up to the bar. Drop it down deep. Step up to the bars. Drop it down deep. Grip tight, knuckles turning white on the steel. Show the mirror exactly how a monster should feel. Lower the body down, stretching the chest. This ain't a game, nah, this is the ultimate test. Hit the bottom, hold it for a second in the darkest place. Looking at the gravity right in the face. Triceps shaking, but I'm locked and loaded. Pressure building up until the mind exploded. Ain't no cheap reps, we do it by the book. Take another look, push it up. Break the parallel line, I'm bending the iron, the power is mine. Push it up, lock the elbows out. Show them what the underground is really about. Iron parallels, we rise from the bottom. Parallel, sweat dripping down to the mat on the floor. Muscle fiber tearing, but I'm begging for more. Count it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the only way I know I'm alive. Body weight heavy like a ton of bricks. We don't need the magic, we don't need the tricks. Push it up, break the parallel line. I'm bending the iron, the power is mine. Push it up, lock the elbows out. Show them what the underground is really about. Iron parallels, we rise from the bottom. Lock it out. We done. To the floor, ground zero. Let's work. Palms flat down on the cold concrete. Heart rate jumping to the sound of the beat. Core locked tight, back straight like a board. This is the battle when the body is the sword. Jumping to the dirt, let the chest hit the ground. Coming back up with a thunderous sound. Press, push the whole earth away. We don't ever quit, we don't ever play. Triceps burning like a fire in the dark. Every single rep is gonna leave a heavy mark. Breathing in the dust, spitting out the pain. Time to go insane. Ground zero, push it to the max. Breaking every record, dodging all the attacks. Ground zero, chest to the floor. Give me 10 more, yeah, I'm kicking down the door. chin. This is the arena with the monsters gonna win. No waste, no place, just the gravity of me. Unlocking all the power, yeah, I finally got the key. Rep after rep, it's an endless grind, leaving all the weakness in the dust behind. Ground zero, push it to the max, breaking every record, dodging all the attacks. Ground zero, chest to the floor, give me 10 more, yeah, I'm kicking down the door. Ground zero. Ground zero. Hold the plank. Don't drop. Below the bar. Above the bar. Break the ceiling. Swinging the body, creating the motion. Power is deep like a heavy dark ocean. Pulling it up to the chest, hit the steel. Flipping the wrists, yeah, showing them real. Transition from the bottom to the top in a fraction of time. This ain't a workout, nah, this is a crime. Defying the logic, defeating the weight. Kicking right through the impossible gate. Gravity trying to hold me down, but I'm taking the throne and I'm taking the crown. Up, 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 up. Bar breaker. Flying right over the top, locking the elbows, I'm never gonna stop. Bar breaker. Look at the view from above. This is the eye and the pain and the love. Break the bar. We own the sky. Look at the grip, it's solid like stone. Entering into the dangerous zone. Muscle and tendon, the ultimate machine. The craziest power that you ever seen. Pull it and push it, the ultimate switch. Flipping the gravity into the ditch. Bar breaker. Flying right over the top. Locking the elbows, I'm never gonna stop. Bar breaker. Look at the view from above. This is the eye and the pain and the love. Bar breaker. Bar breaker. Hold the top. We broke it. Live forward. Take the feet off the ground. Hover. Hands pressed deep into the wooden bars. Shoulders taking weight like a million cars. Lean into the void, let the toes float high. Looking like I'm swimming in the concrete sky. Rock it out! Elbow straight, core solid like a wall of stone. In the static silence, yeah, I'm all alone. Muscle shaking, vibrating under the skin. But the mind is cold, yeah, I'm playing to win. Gravity is begging me to bring it back down. But I am the king of the underground. Iron horizon, parallel to the floor. Holding up the world till I can no more. Levitate the body, defying the laws. I don't need the wings, I don't need the applause. Static monster. We don't drop. 1 second feels like an hour in the flame. Every single tendon screaming out my name. Straight as an arrow, perfectly aligned. This is what happens when you master the mind. Hold the breath tight, keep the vision so clear. Wiping out the doubt, wiping out the fear. Iron horizon, parallel to the floor. Holding up the world till I can no more. Levitate the body, defying the laws. I don't need the wings, I don't need the applause. Iron horizon. Iron horizon. 2. Yeah. Grab the pole, bottom pushes, top pulls, lock it sideways. Grip like a vice on the vertical steel, showing the gravity how I really feel. Bottom arm straight like a pillar of stone, top arm pulling till the muscle and bone lock into place, yeah, the core is ignited. Body goes horizontal, fully united. Hold it, floating in the air like a flag in the breeze. Ain't nothing about this that comes with these. Blood rushing fast, getting hot in the veins, breaking the physical, breaking the chains. Look at the angle, perfectly straight. I dictate the weight. Vertical defiance, catching the stare, holding the human flag right in the air, fighting the rotation, claiming the space. Look at the determination on the face. Sideways, we on the pole. Obliques burning like a furnace inside. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Every single fiber doing double the work. Watch the muscle twitch, watch the shoulder jerk, but the form stays straight. Totally clean, the most dominant posture that you ever seen. Vertical defiance, catching the stare, holding the human flag right in the air, fighting the rotation, claiming the space. Look at the determination on the face. Defiance. Bring it down. Solid. Flip the world. Sky's the floor. Balance. Blood rushing fast, straight down to the brain. Locking the elbows, ignoring the pain. Walking on hands, you're turning it round. Both of my feet leaving the ground upside down. Shoulders are holding the weight of the throne. Operating in a completely different zone. Core locked tight like a vault of steel. Don't even care how the muscles feel. Bending the arms, lowering the head. Waking the power up from the dead, dead, dead. Inverted gravity, pressing the earth. Show them the power, show them the worth. Handstand push-up, touching the floor. Explode to the top and give me some more. Flip it, we on the sky. Deltoid screaming, burning like coal. Absolute focus, complete control. Not leaning back, not falling ahead. Perfect alignment hanging by a thread. This is the balance, this is the art. Tearing the weakness right apart, part, part, part. Inverted gravity, pressing the earth. Show them the power, show them the worth. Handstand push up, touching the floor. Explode to the top and give me some more. Inverted gravity. Push it. Right side up. Yeah. Grip the bar. pull the sky down. Lock it in. Flip the bar. Hanging from the steel, looking up at the roof. Show the whole world the undeniable proof. Straight arms locked, pulling down on the lat. Ain't no room for error, yeah, we leave it at that. Elevate, body rising up till it's parallel and straight. Holding back the time, holding back the massive weight. Core tight like a diamond under the pressure. Pain is just a tool, yeah, the pain is the measure. Defying the drop, making gravity wait. I'm the master of my fate. Gravity anchor, floating in the space. Front lever lock with a stone cold face. Pulling down the bar like I'm pulling down the sky. Look at the form, yeah, numbers don't lie. Hold the line. We never been. Scapula engaged, pulling tight to the spine. Crossing over into the impossible line. Toes pointed out, body stiff as a board. This is the battle, and the muscle is the sword. Every single second feels heavy like a ton, but the set ain't over till the victory is won. Gravity anchor, floating in the space. Front lever lock with a stone cold face. Pulling down the bar like I'm pulling down the sky. Look at the form, yeah, numbers don't lie. Solid. Hey. Back to the bar. Beat the old record. On the hand, jumping up to the steel. Yeah. This is the only damn thing that is real. Where? Starting to count, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Unlocking the beast that is hidden in me. Lats flaring out, pulling chin past the bar. Yeah. Pushing the limit and taking it far. Keep going, 5, 6, 7. The muscle is burning, the engine is running, the gears are all turning. Forearms are shaking, the grip getting weak. But giving up now's for the mild and the meek. Target is set, gotta break through the wall. I refuse to fall. The final rep, pull it out from the soul. Shatter the limit and take the control. One more time, get the chin to the top. I bleed for the eye and I'm never gonna stop. Break the count. We rise again. 8, 9, 10, now we entering hell. Yeah. Hearing the ring of the ultimate bell. Yeah. Gravity pulling me down to the floor. Yeah. But the mind is a weapon demanding for more. Yeah. Body is screaming to let it all go. Yeah. But I'm running the stage and I'm running the show. Yeah. Squeeze out the last one, defying the pain. Yeah. Leaving the blood and the sweat in the rain. The final rep, pull it out from the soul. Shatter the limit and take the control. One more time, get the chin to the top. I bleed for the eye and I'm never gonna stop. Break the count. The final rep. Beat the record. Next time. One more. One more. Lie flat. Grip the bench behind the head. Raise it all. pad, taking all the core strength that I ever had. Legs perfectly straight, pointing to the ceiling. Only absolute power is what I am revealing. Lift, lower back, leaving the bench totally aligned, leaving all the weakness and the gravity behind. Abs turning into iron, harder than a rock. Hearing every second ticking on the mental clock. Lowering down slow, fighting the descent. Every drop of energy is fully spent. Dragon flag, rise up like a beast. This is the arena where the strongest gonna feast. Body like a spear, cutting through the air. Show them what happens when you actually dare. Hold the line, straight like steel. Degrees and I hold it in the space. Not a single muscle twitching on the face. Breathing is restricted, pressure in the chest. This is how we separate the average from the best. Inch by inch, bringing it closer to the ground, but I never let it drop, never make a sound. Core is on fire, burning like a sun, but the dragon never quits until the job is done. Dragon flag, rise up like a beast. This is the arena where the strongest gonna feast. Body like a spear, cutting through the air. Show them what happens when you actually dare. Dragon flag. One inch off the floor. Hold it. Done. Grab the reins, control the shape, spread the wings. Wooden rings hanging down from the black sky, looking at the devil right in the eye, pushing up high, locking out the straight arm. Rings trying to shake, trying to do me harm. Lower it down, arms going wide, stretching out into the cross, showing this instability, who is the boss? Tendons pulling tight, feeling like they gonna snap. Caught right here inside the gravity trap. Shoulders taking over the weight of the world. Let the absolute power unfurl. I am cross, arms out to the side, nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Conquering the rings in the middle of the air. Show them what it takes, show them how we dare. Hold the cross. Zero movement, biceps screaming, chest fibers tearing apart. This is the ultimate masterpiece of the art. No solid ground, just a strap in the wood. Doing exactly what they said nobody could. Hovering steady like an eagle in the sky. We don't ever quit and we don't ever die. And cross, arms out to the side, nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Conquering the rings in the middle of the air. Show them what it takes, show them how we dare. Bring it back up. Mastered, 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 mastered. The final step. Let go of the left hand. All on one. From the steel, looking at the dead weight, standing at the edge of the ultimate gate. Take the left hand off, put it right on the side. Nowhere left to cheat, nowhere left to hide. Isolate. 5 fingers gripping tight, holding up the whole frame. This is the pinnacle, the mastery of the game. Bicep loaded up, feeling like it's gonna burst through all the blood and sweat. We prepare for absolute alarm. The apex, pulling up the entire world. Watch the absolute ultimate power unfurl. One arm, chin going right over the steel. Show the whole universe exactly how we feel. The Holy Grail. We conquered it all. The Holy Grail. Every single push-up, every single dip, built up the power in this one-handed grip. Through the muscle-ups and the lovers in the dark, we finally arrived, we finally left the mark. Lat is engaged, crushing down the gravity, breaking through the wall of normal human anatomy. This ain't just a workout, this is the ascension, operating in a totally different dimension. The apex, pulling up the entire world. Watch the absolute ultimate power unfurl. One arm, chin going right over the steel. Show the whole universe exactly how we feel. The Holy Grail. We conquered it all. The Holy Grail. The apex. Woo! Lock it out. At the top. We done. Never skip the back, one leg on the ground. Drop it down. Never skip the bass. One leg on the ground, drop it down. The floor, left leg straight out like a samurai sword. Finding the center, keeping the balance tight. Stepping into the darkness, turning off the light. Go deep, glutes to the heels, sitting down in the hole, taking over the body, taking back the control. Quad on fire, shaking under the strain, building up the pillar straight through the pain. No heavy barbell, just the weight of the man, sticking directly to the master plan. Iron foundation, push the earth away. This is how we survive, this is how we play. Squat, rising up from the deep. We making the promises that we always keep. Build the base, solid like a rock. Switch it up, left foot taking the lead, giving the muscle exactly what it need. Ankle mobility, need tracking straight, operating the machine, determining the fate. People talking loud, but they never do the work. We moving with the silence, watching the shadows work. Every single rep is a brick in the wall, standing up tall. Yeah, we never gonna fall. Iron foundation, push the earth away. This is how we survive, this is how we play. Crystal squat, rising up from the deep. We making the promises that we always keep. Iron foundation. Iron foundation. Lock the knee. Perfect balance. Bodyweight. Bodyweight lit it up. Add the iron. Cook it up. Strapping on the leather, wrapping around the waist. Entering the battle, yeah, we love the taste. 45-pounder hanging from the chain. Taking all the comfort, trading it for pain. Step up. Gravity was pulling, but we made it look light. Now we bring the monster out into the night. Jump into the ball with the anchor pulling down. Heavy is the head of the king with the crown. Extra weight pulling on the spine and the core. But the absolute savage is begging for more. Metal clicking loud every time I make a move. Stepping completely right into the groove. Chain beast, hanging with the heavy plate. Pushing past the limit, unlocking the final gate. Waited, pull up, adding to the raw power. This is the arena and this is the final hour. Add the weight, never satisfied. Moving to the dip, stay sensation, load another disc. We don't get the glory if we never take the risk. Chest going deep, triceps gonna pop. Metal on the metal and we never gonna stop. Ordinary people looking at us like we crazy, but the vision in the mind, they never getting hazy. Bodyweight was just the beginning of the road. Now we walking heavy with the ultimate load. Chain beast, hanging with the heavy plate, pushing past the limit, the lock in the final gate. Weighted pull up, adding to the raw power. This is the arena and this is the final hour. Chain beast. Unleashed. Lock the target. Draw the string. Shift the weight. From the steel, perfectly aligned, leaving the momentum completely behind. Shifting all the body weight over to the right, left arm extending out straight into the night. Pull it back, elbow bending deep, chin to the hand, executing the movement exactly as I planned. Straight arm locked out, stiff as a bone, operating silently inside the kill zone. Tension in the lat like a heavy drum bow. Let the undeniable power flow. The archer, pulling back the heavy string. This is the precision that the monsters bring. Side to side, extending out the reach. This is the lesson that the iron gotta teach. Hold the aim. Perfect tension, tension, tension. Drop it to the center, slide it to the left. Pulling off the absolute anti-gravity theft. No swinging legs, core tighter than a vice. You gotta pay the toll, gotta pay the heavy price. Shoulder joints screaming, taking all the load. Walking like a warrior down the narrow road. Every single rep is a deadly straight arrow. Flying through the darkness, cutting through the marrow. The archer, pulling back the heavy string. This is the precision that the monsters bring. Side to side, extending out the reach. This is the lesson that the iron gotta teach. The archer. The archer, 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 archer. Target lock. Release. Load the spring, lead the ground, launch, 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 launch. Woo! Load the spring, lead the ground, launch. Drop to the floor, taking in the kinetic. Energy pure, yeah, totally athletic. Chest to the mat, coiling up like a snake. Calculating exactly how much force it'll take. Explode! Push the concrete away with the thunderous blast. 0 to 100, yeah, we moving so fast. Hands leave the floor, feet leaving the dirt. This is exactly how we bring in the hurt. Floating in the air for a fraction of time. Committing the absolute gravity crime. Suspended in space, totally parallel. Welcome to the airborne hell. Airborne strike, leaving the earth. Show them the power, show them the worth. Superman absorbing the shock, loading up the reload. Right back down and we blast it again. Operating on a level that's a 10 out of 10. Clap in the air, extending the arm, setting off the absolute major alarm. Fast twitch, muscle fibers firing out loud, separating the savage right out from the crowd. Airborne strike, leaving the earth. Show them the power, show them the worth. Superman flying right over the ground, hitting the mat with a thunderous sound. Airborne strike. Airborne strike. Stay in the air. Landed. Hands on the bars. Lock the triceps. Fold it up. Pressing down, lifting off from the wood. Doing the impossible exactly like I should. Bringing up the knees, shooting legs to the sky. Looking at the ceiling straight into the eye. Compress, hip flexor, screaming, folding like a knife. This is the ultimate battle of the life. Triceps locked out, solid as a beam. Waking up the monster right out of the dream. Body making angles sharp like a blade. We don't ever stay in the shade. Still compression. Closing up the gap, caught right here inside the gravity trap. Feet sit hold, legs pointing to the top. I feel the muscle tearing, but I never gonna drop. Fold the iron. Hold the shade. Abs completely crushed tight like a drum. Waiting for the absolute failure to come. But the mind is a fortress, stronger than the pain. Walking through the fire, standing in the rain. Every single second feels like a heavy weight. Define the logic, redefining the state. Hovering above the ground, totally severe. Wiping out the weakness, wiping out the steel. Compression, closing up the gap. Caught right here inside the gravity trap. Face it hold, legs pointing to the top. I feel the muscle tearing, but I never gonna drop. Still compression. Slowly down. Unfold. Turn it around. Face the flow. Lock the shoulders. Gripping backward, flipping the script into the darkness where the monsters have slipped. Lowering the body down, parallel line, ignoring the warning signs inside the spine. Face the abyss, looking straight down at the cold concrete. Never accept the concept of defeat. Biceps are screaming, stretched to the max. Taking the heavy and brutal attacks. Shoulders rotated, locking the joint. Passing the absolute breaking point. Face the abyss, hovering over the ground. in this heavy silence, we making the sound. Back level lock, staring right into the deep, making the promises we always keep. Hold the line, never let go. Toes pointing backwards, slicing the air. Show them the power, show them we dare. Lats fully flared, holding the weight. Standing right here at the enemy gate. Blood rushing down, the pressure is real. Man made of flesh turning right into steel. Hovering steady, defying the fall. Answering every impossible call. Face the abyss, hovering over the ground in this heavy silence. We making the sound, back level up, staring right into the deep, making the promises we always keep. Face the abyss, face the abyss. Pull it out. Survived. Started the time. Draped in a parallel. Push it back. Push it back. Vertical line, feet up in the air. Everybody watching, all they do is stare. Bending at the elbow, bringing down the weight. Entering the absolute impossible state. Shift, shoulders leaning forward, body going flat. Hovering in the space right over the mat. 90-degree angle, solid like a beam. Waking up the power right inside the machine. Gravity is heavy, but the structure is elite. Never touching down, we refuse the defeat. Stopped in the middle, horizontal hold. Doing exactly what we were told. 90 degrees, breaking down the physics. Listen to the silence of the absolute critics. Drop to the bottom, push it to the sky. Look at the angle, yeah, numbers never lie. Lock it out. Perfect form. Now we at the bottom, parallel to the floor. Time to fire up and open up the door. Pressing through the palm, triceps gonna scream. Tearing out the seam of the human regime. Lifting up the hips, bringing back the straight. Conquering the fear, dominating the weight. Back into the handstand, perfect elevation. This is the power of the dark generation. 90 degrees, breaking down the physics. Listen to the silence of the absolute critics. Drop to the bottom, push it to the sky. Look at the angle, yeah, numbers never lie. 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Back to the top. Mastered. Yeah. Every drop of sweat, every torn callus, it all leads to this. Jump to the iron, flying up to the sky. We don't ask the physics for the reason why. Muscle up straight, transition to the hold. Story of the legend that is waiting to be told. 360 release, floating over the bar. Looking at the earth like a shooting star. Catching it again, dropping down to the level. Severing the tie to the gravity forever.
Mind and the body completely combined.
Leaving the laws of the nature behind.
Moving like water but hitting like steel.
Tell me exactly how the absolute feels.
Zero gravity.
We taking a flight, like burning like a comet in the middle of the night.
Connecting the flow.
Defying the space.
Absolute mastery written on the face. Zero gravity.
pushing up from the dirt. Built up the armor right over the shirt. From the dead hang to the ultimate cross, showing every single element who is the boss. Chain up the combos, a beautiful dance. Never left a single thing up to the chance. Now we levitate, walking right on the cloud, making the underground beautifully proud.
Zero gravity,
We taking the flight, like burning like a comet in the middle of the night.
connecting the flow.
Defying the space, like
Absolute mastery written on the face. Zero gravity.
the bar is mine. Gravity-defying.